So look here. We just had the No Limit versus Cash Money versus. I'm gonna say it again. We just had the No Limit Cash Money versus. Now, if you from my era, which I was born in '84, right? And I know a lot of people say this, but '84 was the good years. Those '90s, the '90s, early 2000s were the great years for music. And so we had the verses between Cash Money and No Limit. And if you're my age, you know the impact that Cash Money and No Limit had on the music industry. When New York started bobbing down and the music heads started migrating towards the South and putting their ears to the South out the Outcast, open up the doors and stuff, and No Limit kicked down the doors. Then right behind No Limit was Cash Money. And still to this day, some of these songs are still ringing in your ear. But we had the verses today, and we're gonna talk about that. Who won? Who was your favorite? Who did you like the most when you watched these verses tonight? You had No Limit, Master P, C Murder, Mia X, Mr. Servon, I'm assuming, uh, Mama Mia, whoever it was, and No Limit brought out Snoop Dogg. No Limit brought out Snoop Dogg. I like that. And I'm gonna give you a teaser about Snoop Dogg's performance. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Snoop Dogg's performance. Cash Money. Cash Money had BG, Manny Fresh, Juvenile, uh, Birdman, but no Lil Wayne. That was surprising. I could have sworn Lil Wayne was gonna pop out. They played his song at the end. I don't know if Lil Wayne was supposed to come out because I don't understand why would you play a song and not have him perform. And then right after that, Snoop Dogg came onto the stage. So that was I think Lil Wayne was supposed to come out, but something happened. The news gonna come out pretty soon. Birdman called out Turk. Now, if you've been keeping up with media, with the Cash Money and BG and Turk has a little fuse going on. We don't know who, what, why, when, where. I ain't gonna tell no lie, but there's something going on between those two. There's a little friction. Probably a good reason why Turk didn't come out there. Juvenile. Juvenile got some hits. Juvenile got some hits. And if it wasn't for Juvenile, I'm gonna say it. And it hurts me to say this because I'm a Cash Money head. And I like No Limit too. And if I gotta be honest with you, I was betting on Cash Money to pull it out because I knew the weapons that they had. They had the Nicki Minaj, they had the Drake, they had the NBA YoungBoy, which Birdman mentioned. They had the NBA Young. So I was surprised that they didn't take advantage of that full opportunity to showcase what Cash Money really did for the music industry. And No Limit, they held their own. They held it down. Their energy was better, the performance was better, the quality of music was better, the order of the songs that they did. When Cash Money did this, they said, okay, we're gonna bounce with that. And I just didn't see that from Cash Money. I didn't see that. I didn't see that competitiveness. But overall, I give the performance from both ends, I give it a C plus B minus. I gotta say C plus B minus. I only wish that, and these next artists that are coming up, you gotta understand, you're rappers, you're artists. Unless you're a bad boy, you need to have somebody coordinate these songs and stuff like that. That performance on stage, make it look like a real concert. This is live on TV. Like, let's face it, man. I know y'all happy to be on stage and get that bag and stuff, but y'all irrelevant right now. This was a moment that y'all could have shown the world, like, look, this is what we did. Especially you, Birdman, because you done so much and you get so little credit. And I thought that you would just put every dollar you had into this. Okay, versus you gonna put this much. I'm gonna put fly off stage in the helicopter like y'all did back in the days, man. I know. Listen, if you would have had a true performance, true production team, not your homeboys, a real production team producing those shows, Cash Money would have won it head down. They would have won it head down. And it's like you on TV. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, we know the song. We can put the songs on doggone the iPhone and play that. We want to see some performance. We want to see a nigga run up and down the stage and sweat and jiggle and jake and pop that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. This is what we paying for. That wasn't a true performance, man. And versus, I'm kind of upset. Apple, I'm kind of upset that y'all let it happen that way. It was a great idea, great concept. I love the thought about it. It could have been something way much more, way much more. And for me to take my time out to put my eyes and focus on that for however long I was watching it, I wasn't watching it long, but I was excited about it. And I'm not gonna put it on the artists, because that's not what they do. I'm gonna put it on Versus and Apple Music. It should have been produced way better. Y'all should have had them coming out stage one by one like a real show. Like this is TV. This isn't live in front of you. I just think the quality of the music songs were good. The music was good. I heard it clearly on TV and stuff like that. I just wished I wish the production was better. I didn't want to see them on stage just bouncing back and around. And then, granted, there was a lot more that No Limit and Cash Money could have done. Imagine if Soldier Slim was alive. Imagine if C Murder was out. Imagine if Lil Wayne came out there. Imagine if Drake showed his face. Imagine if Nicki Minaj popped up. It could have been way bigger, but the money wasn't behind it. You know what I mean? The money wasn't behind that. So once again, overall summary, I give it a C plus, B minus. I thought it could have been way. It had the potential to be way. It had the potential to beat what Jadakiss and damn, what's the shit Dipset did. It had the opportunity to beat that, outperform that, but it didn't. If I had to get the victory to somebody, I would give it to No Limit. It just seemed cleaner, seemed, more organized, more thought out. I think Birdman was a little tipsy on stage and stuff, said some things that he probably gonna regret, but that's probably how they do it in New Orleans. Here in Florida, we just don't disrespect another man. You know what I mean? And if it is, we say it to your face, because it has the opportunity to get spread through this ear, this ear, this ear. By the time the message get to Turk, well, Turk probably watching it, but if he wasn't, by the time that message got to, nigga, you heard what Birdman said about you on stage, on live TV in front of everybody? You know what I mean? And I was just hyped up from there and stuff. But overall, C plus. They could have done better. Versus, you got to start producing these shows. This versus, you got to actually coordinate it, get a real live production. What's his name? Evo. I thought you know better, because you done this with the summer jams. So you know how it is. And I also understand that you're catering to a different crowd. You know what I mean? You got the New Orleans people. I know they had it in Vegas and stuff, but C plus, they could have done better. No Limit won it. Cash Money, they did, the music was great, but I just thought the energy wasn't there, and they could have placed songs in different areas and stuff like that. But overall, C plus. Versus, you gotta do better. I don't blame it on the artist. And we out. Beezy baby. Naughty Pit, Sherman View TV. And that's my review on the Cash Money No Limit versus.